Hi everybody, this is Shirley and today we have with us Natasha. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic, thank you.
So can you tell us a little bit about what you do, where you work at, what your company does?
Yeah. So I'm Natasha. I'm from India, and I'm head of marketing at a company called Infinity Energy Organization. So we are basically a service-based company, mostly B2C, wherein we provide services, home energy services, be it solar panels or SOC pumps or insulation. So basically one-stop shop for home energy solutions. Yeah, and I head marketing there.
Lovely, lovely. So you're working today at DMWF. So how has the experience been and what are you looking for here?
The experience has been amazing. So this is my second day here, and I was here the whole day yesterday. I had it planned out completely since morning, and I attended almost all the sessions. And I felt like I wish I could be Hermione and just time travel and could attend all the sessions for all the 4 sectors, but I couldn't. But whichever ones I attended, they were like very informative. And not very vague. They were quite like hands-on as well, so which I really liked about it. And I'm here not particularly representing my company, but kind of looking around to see what's going on in the industry, what's trending, what's not. As a head of marketing, what I should be looking at the way forward, and pick up those tips and tricks wherever necessary.
Lovely, lovely. So can you talk about a couple of success stories based on what you do as the head of marketing? So you can dive into your role, your function, and what you've done for the company, and maybe share an example of a success story.
Sure. So we have 9 revenue lines, which is a marketer's nightmare, but I think it's also very exciting for me because I thrive on those challenges very well. I find it very boring when there's no challenge or when there's nothing to take on. And I think this is one amazing thing about this organization, is that the liberty has been given to kind of play around with things and kind of test things out, and then pick up whatever's succeeded and not succeeded, and then accordingly plan out my marketing calendars. One thing I'd say, it's been around 9 months since I've joined. I think the first thing that I did was, when I joined the organization, I could see there were a certain X amount of leads that we used to get, which was quite a lot. The volume was quite a lot, but then the conversion rates couldn't be justified because it was not up to what it should be. So I looked at it and I could see a clear gap in that. And what I did was I then optimized the campaigns and removed basically all the noise. And how I did that was, basically what was happening, we were getting a lot of out-of-area leads. We operate only in London, but we were getting leads from Manchester, Leeds, and everywhere else, which wasn't really relevant for us. So what I did was, I negated all those regions, and now we've brought down the volume, but the conversion rate has 3x'd, which is, I think, one of my proud achievements. My boss would say otherwise. There are certain other aspects which I would say I've done decently well, but I think this was my kind of baby that I delivered.
Right. So talking about AI and agents, as a marketer, it starts to seep into a lot of your workflow as well. So are there any integrations that you use as the head of marketing, and what is your take on it?
Yeah, I mean, and this is what I love about this job, is because I've been given this full control to kind of play around with things and then come up with my own recommendations. So I'm responsible for it. So even if it goes down, it's me. But that's the fun part about it. So I've been doing a lot of research on AI, and I've been doing a lot of studying and all, and trying to find out the things that are useful. So I play around with tools a lot. Like Notebook LM is my favorite tool to play around with. But one of the recent ones that I've used at work is Captions, Captions.ai. So I've kind of onboarded my team to use that effectively for mostly video generation, because we have, as I said, multiple revenue lines. We have a lot of videos, a lot of assets to create, and very little time. There's a lot of pressure always from the business. So I've made sure that my team has picked it up, and they're still. I think it's still evolving. I think it's still in the learning phase, but the scale at which we are producing asset now is like couldn't have been possible without AI. So that's something. But personally, there's one that I really like, and I kind of help my colleagues or whoever wants to kind of set up a website. I really like Wix. So they are using amazing stuff. I always liked Wix anyway because the drag and drop and all that was anyway very useful. But now you can literally create a website in 2 seconds. You just have to give the prompt and it creates. I've created one for myself. I just put it in like 5 seconds and I just created an entire website, so which is amazing. So that's my personal favorite.
Okay,
Yeah.
lovely. So before we wrap it up, is there anything that you would like to add? Some advice that you would like to give people who are stepping into it in 2025?
I think, I mean, I'm not very wise, I think.
And that's okay. No, it's not about
But
that.
I think the one thing is that fail fast and learn fast. So there's no wrong solution. You just learn from it, just do it, fail, and then move on. You can't just sit and think that, oh, will this work? Will this not work? Just do it. So that's what I've been doing, and I think I'm doing decently well in that area as well.
Yeah, great, lovely. I think that is it. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks you.
Thank
Thank you very
you.
much.
Bye.